Throwing a drink is easy, but you know what's even easier?
Wait, who would throw a drink? That's a waste of alcohol.
Well, not us Czechs, but we've seen it plenty of times on reality TV.
Very true. But I'm sorry. So what's easier than throwing a drink?
Getting a drink delivered with Drizzly, your go-to app for alcohol delivery.
That's right. With Drizzly, you can shop local stores and compare prices on your favorite drinks. Then get them delivered right to your door. No drama, no drink throwing, no name calling.
Just a tailored shopping experience for whatever occasion you're shopping for, from birthdays to weddings to reality TV watch parties.
We love drama, but not if it gets in the way of us getting our drinks. So save time shopping and get back to sipping. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. Her trunk doesn't have a subwoofer in it, but it does have a karaoke machine. It's the one and only Teresa.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yeah, I'm gonna sound a little ignorant, but I don't get it.
Oh, which part?
I
don't lie to our friends. You absolutely have a karaoke machine.
I 100% do have a karaoke machine in my trunk at the moment, but I don't get the first part.
The subwoofer. So
what?
Justin, a.k.a. Igor,
Okay.
was telling Nicole, hey, easy on the luggage. I don't know if I have enough room in my car for all of your bags because I have a subwoofer in the trunk. Shout out to 1996.
I still don't know what it is.
Okay, well, that's a good thing because I was going to ask if you had a subwoofer in your car in Czechoslovakia. A subwoofer, I'm sure you dated a guy or two who had a subwoofer in his trunk. It's the big bass, boom, 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 disco, disco.
Let me tell you this. You can drive from 18 up. So, and I left the Czech Republic at 20. And
So?
my high school boyfriend was a few months younger than me. And by the time we all turned 18, I broke up with him. So the only person driving this really old car that used to be my mom's was me. And I did not have in my car.
Okay. And no shame in the game. I for sure wanted subwoofers in my trunk. My parents just did not allow for it. And it was probably not the best use of what little money I had. But yeah, they're just, you either get like 112 or 210s and you put it in the trunk, you hook it up to your sound system, and you just get all the bass in the world. It's all about that bass. Shout out to Megan Trainor. But so that Justin is still dealing with subwoofers, and I don't know. I got nothing against Justin. I like him a lot so far. But the biggest red flag is the subwoofers in his trunk at however old he is.
Well, he has a nice BMW, which I'm going to make a wild guess. Nikki bought for him.
Yeah, she's all about appearance, and I would say she wants her man to be driving a luxury vehicle.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not pick up on the subwoofers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's called.
But I know what it is. Now when you described it, yes. And I know I definitely had friends who had that. And I probably was in a car like that. But I did not have any.
Okay. Well, good. You do have a karaoke machine in your trunk currently.
I do.
Should we tell our friends if something sounds differently or if they're wondering why there's a karaoke machine in your trunk?
Yes. Let me start with this. Guys, I apologize to a few of you that I wasn't extremely active on social media this past week. And it was because I tried to unplug a little bit because my parents are visiting us from the Czech Republic. So I basically only used my phone for taking photos. And I kind of was like, I'm going to stay off social media, respond here and there. So I apologize to all of you that I let you wait for 3+ days. I'm sorry. I'm all caught up as we speak. But that was the reason why. I'm not just ignoring you. I was doing the family thing with John, myself, my parents, and John's parents.
It's a family affair.
It was a family affair vacation, and it was freaking awesome.
And it's still going on. Teresa's parents are still in town.
They're still in town, yes.
For another several days. The karaoke machine we picked up on Amazon.com, which best purchase I think I've ever made on Amazon in the last.
You mean the best purchase I've ever
Yeah.
made on Amazon because I found it?
Yeah, I think it was $70. It is probably one big subwoofer actually,
It
and
is.
2 wireless mics, and the subwoofer lights up. It's a party speaker.
It was $139, but I kept an eye on it
Yes.
and went down to $70.
What a steal.
What a steal.
What a steal. We had so much fun with that. But yeah, so we are still entertaining the parents. So we're actually in a hotel room in an undisclosed location in Florida, kind of showing T's parents around. But so if things sound different, it's because we're in a hotel room at the moment. And also, we should say we talked on this vacation a little bit about a show called Married at First Sight.
Yes.
And the plan is to cover this show. We've heard from a few of you. Not only do you want our thoughts on this show, but we've heard that it's pretty good so far. We have not watched a single second of it.
Parents. I'm blaming the parents.
We're prioritizing family
Yes.
right now. But I think the plan is to pick it up with episode 3. I think that's when our schedule will allow. We still have Last Resort.
Yes.
So we're covering Last Resort. So that's going to be coming out on Wednesdays. Then the plan is once the parents go back to check,
Yes.
we can catch up on maps. We can record probably episode 3 in real time. And maybe we'll talk about episodes 1 and 2 because we'll definitely watch to
Yes.
familiarize ourselves. But that's the plan. So have no fear. Married at First Sight coverage should be dropping in the next week or two. In the
Yes.
next 2 weeks, I think. But yes, we will finalize those details and you will be the first to know.
Yes, and we're sorry for doing this, skipping the first 2. We will, as John said, we'll watch and we will talk about it. We'll mention it, but yes, I feel like we always, we really, really care for this podcast, and we podcast wherever we are. We take it on vacation, we travel with it. When we travel, one of us for other reasons, we still do our pods. But it's been a while since I see my parents, and I really want them to enjoy their first time in Florida. And so we decided that it's time for us to prioritize the family for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But we will catch up.
if you can call it that, because we're still pumping out 3 pods.
Yes.
We just
couldn't
are
fit the 4th one.
Just pumping the brakes on maps.
We try to look at the schedule, look at the plans with the fam, and unfortunately, we just cannot fit the 4th pod. So we're doing the classics. You guys are literally not missing out on anything besides we're postponing maps,
a
but
little delay.
we'll get there.
Okay. A little bit more business to address. We're on Supercast and Patreon if you guys want to get that other way content. Well, that's where you get it. Patreon.com/marriedtoreality and marriedtoreality.supercast.com. Come over there. Join us for the other way. It's a good time. We are loving talking about that season.
Loving.
So you want to hear our thoughts on that? It's never too late to sign up. Also, join us on Instagram @MarriedToRealityPod. You can follow along. We share memes, we share news and updates, and we'll definitely keep you updated about Married at First Sight. But most importantly and most fun, we message with you guys over there.
Totally.
So give us a follow on Instagram @MarriedToRealityPod, and let's chat. Also, make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. Look down, smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's hot. Yes, and I didn't prepare anything, but I'm going to say as our freaking family vacation because it's been super awesome.
All right.
My head's been on the family vacation. I'll just be very honest, and it's been hot.
Okay. All right. Smash like it says, how's the family vacay? Someone has forgotten to do their homework. She gets an
At least
F.
I'm being honest.
She gets an F for that, but all right. Hopefully she delivers the rest of the podcast. So smash it like it's as hot as the family vacay. And last but not least, if you haven't left a review, you guys know we love a review. And speaking of reviews, a couple things, okay? One, I'm going to share a review, but I think this is also a good time to mention, and you'll probably hear it later in this episode. We have a new sponsor, Babyfoot.
Babyfoot.
Shout out to Babyfoot.
Shout out to Babyfoot because I'm genuinely loving it.
And Teresa's wearing the booties right now. I
am.
I wore them the other night, and I loved the smell. I can't wait to experience the rest of all that Babyfoot has to offer. But the reason that we bring it up is because Babyfoot's allowed us to do a giveaway.
Yes.
And the way we're going to do the giveaway is through reviews. So if you leave us a review and you screenshot it and you message it to us on Instagram, you'll be entered into a Babyfoot giveaway.
Yes.
You can win the treatment. It's amazing. We're going to put all the reviews into a randomizer, and then we'll just randomly pick 3 after November 15th. That's the deadline. We'll randomly pick 3, and you guys, if you win, you'll get a free Babyfoot.
Yes, and let me ask you this, John. What if our friends who already left a review want to enter?
Yeah, so I think just update your review. I think I know Apple allows for that. So update it. We'll see that it's a new one. We'll see it's a recent one. Screenshot it and send it in.
Yes.
And you'll be entered to win as well.
So I just wanted to make sure it's for all our friends.
Everyone deserves a chance to win Babyfoot.
Yeah. So guys, if you left a review before, all you have to do is just update it, write something new, I guess.
Yeah.
And screenshot it, as John said, Instagram it to us, and you're in.
You are
in the mix.
You're in the mix.
In the mix.
You're in the running. So, okay. So speaking of reviews, we got one.
Woohoo!
That I would like to read. Okay.
Let's hear it.
This comes to us from our friend Sharon F.
Hello, Sharon F.
5 stars.
Love it.
Titled Fun Couple.
Love it, love it.
Love the show. Love the hosts. Love the European perspective Teresa provides.
Ooh, thank you.
Just please, next time it takes you a while to recall a certain word, edit it out. You know what? Here's what I'll say, Sharon. You're not wrong, necessarily. We really don't edit the podcast, for better or worse. But I appreciate that you could overlook that and still give 5 stars.
I do too. And honestly, yes, you're right. I sometimes do take a while. And we both do take a while. And
I think it was me.
We brainstorm on the pod.
I think it was me.
And yes, I think we should pay attention to that, John, because I think we do it not too often, but we have our moments.
But I just love that Sharon could see something that needs improvement, but still overlook it and go, you know what, 5 stars.
I love it. I love the review. Thank you, Sharon.
Sharon. Yeah.
Love the name, by the way.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you to everyone who's left a review. If you haven't left a review, please do. And now when you leave a review, at least between now and November 15th, you will be entered to win Babyfoot.
Yes, Babyfoot.
If you message it to us on Instagram. All right. That is the business. What do you say we do a little 90-day, by the way?
If you have any.
I got a couple, Teresa, because someone, even though they're on vacation, remembered to do their homework.
Because someone else was driving.
That's very true. All right. By the way, number 1, a little reality TV crossover, Teresa.
All right.
Okay, so we never really got into housewife stuff, the Real Housewives.
I'll be honest, I've never watched it.
I feel like it was the original New York with Bethany Frankel.
No idea.
I'm such a reality TV slut. Anyways, one Jersey housewife, Kim DePaulo, Kim D, she has her own clothing line. It's called Posh by Kim D.
Okay.
All right. On October 25th, she's having a fashion show. And guess who will be walking the runway?
The Silva sisters.
Holy shit, Teresa. Were you peeking while you were driving?
No, I
was
wasn't.
on the road.
But if I think of Posh, housewife, New Jersey.
Doing it big,
meaning like the tri-state area and Connecticut. Is Connecticut part of the tri-state?
You got that right.
So, yeah.
Connecticut, New York, New Jersey.
I can't think of anyone else who could do that. Also, why Jersey? No, I'm kidding.
It's a Real Housewife in New Jersey.
I
what do you
know.
mean?
I mean, like, why is Jersey in the tri-state?
Oh, I don't know, because they're trying to be as good as Connecticut and New York, I think.
I'm kidding, guys. I lived in New Jersey for a while. I have my love for the Jersey.
Yes. So, okay. The Silva sisters will be doing it big, walking down the runway. We saw them once or twice try to strut their stuff around a pool, and that got sketchy. So I hope this is a little bit better. Apparently, anyone can attend this fashion show. If your parents weren't in town, I would shoot up to check them out. $128 a ticket, though. And again,
can you do a photo shoot with them? Photo op?
So here's what it says. For $128, the ticket includes a 4-course meal.
Oh.
Red and white wine.
No way.
Okay. And a DJ. They don't say who the DJ is. I'm wondering if it's Michael Benz.
It's definitely Michael Benz.
And the fashion show. So you get all that within the ticket. But then on the promo, on the Instagram promo, it says, get to know Darcy and Stacy. So I wonder if there is a bit
for
of a...
$128.
It's kind of a weird price, too. Just go $125.
Just go $130.
Sure.
Do it big.
Do it big. Did you learn nothing from the Silva sisters, Kim?
Man, should we bring our parents to New York?
Yeah, I know.
My dad would be like,
Who are these?
What the fuck are we doing here?
Who are these Muppets? So if you're into it and you want to see the Silva sisters doing it big, you can check it out. It's
Where? In New York City?
I don't know. They don't say on the poster.
So you're just gonna buy a ticket and...
Honestly, there was a video attached to it, but I didn't watch the video because we were in the car with your parents, and I didn't want them to think less of me for watching Kim D.
Well, I mean, they know me part.
They know what we're doing.
My dad is a fan.
Oh, yeah, he does listen somehow. So, okay. That's, by the way, number one. Silva Sisters, Kim D, fashion show. Check it out if you want.
Interesting. A good one.
Okay, number two. And
Is it the one I gave you?
No.
Oh.
But speaking of models, Cleo of Christian and Cleo.
Okay.
She's actually quite the model. She actually is one of the more successful models of the franchise because you know everyone who goes on 90 thinks they're a model.
Well, I knew she was a model prior. She said that.
Okay. Well, we know Pau tried, Larissa tried, Florian tried. Everyone's tried to model.
Yeah.
Cleo's
Florian tried.
That's
Okay.
I would pay 128 to see Florian. Forget Darcy, forget Stacy.
Florian with an open bar so I can really have fun with it.
So, okay. Cleo, she's actually booking gigs. She's doing her thing. Some viewers spotted her in fashion ads. Have you heard the brand, the store, the website, Primark or Primark?
Yeah.
Okay. So she's in some
Big in Europe, and there is one, I think, in Staten Island. It's like basically a store with cheap clothes.
Okay.
I think one is in Austria. All my friends freaking make day trips there.
Wow. Okay. So
Because you can really shop for free.
So
for less.
Cleo's modeling for them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, some people spotted her on the website modeling for them. And yeah, that's pretty big.
Primark.
Primark?
That's
how you
what we
pronounce
call
it?
it. That's
Okay.
what we call it in Czech.
All right. In June, she walked the runway for House Labs by Lady Gaga.
Sweet.
So
That's good.
Shout out to Cleo for really doing it big.
Yeah, I can see that. Like she
There's a
looks
vibe.
like a model.
Yeah, there's
she
a
has
vibe.
a vibe. She has the body.
Yeah.
She has the face. She has the style. Good for Cleo. She should also drop Christian, but
Well, I was going to say, now just another reason not to move to Minnesota is like if your modeling career is thriving, I don't think it'll thrive as in London. I think you'll do better than in
yeah, for sure.
Minnesota. So shout out to Cleo. Shout out to the Silva sisters. Everyone's strutting their stuff. Everyone's doing it big. That's the by the ways.
Everyone's modeling. I might be modeling my feet after.
Ooh. Shout out to Babyfoot.
Shout out to Babyfoot.
All right. How they feel? They're cooking over there?
I love it. I truly love it.
Smells good.
It does, and you will hear it in the ad, but I truly enjoy it.
Yes. Spoiler alert, we recorded the ad right before we're recording this episode. So a little... Yes.
I'm wearing the booties right now.
A little out of sequence. But there you go. All right. Let's do it. The reason we're here. Sunday night, 90 Day Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 3. Is it Episode 3 already?
It is.
Time is flying.
I know.
Let's start with, come on, your favorite, our favorite, Gino and Jasmine. This is probably the first time Gino's washed his sheets in probably 20 years.
Baby, I cleaned the... Oh, I can't
You really
find
lost
my Gino voice. Help me.
You're on vacation. Come on, come back to work.
Baby.
Smell it.
Oh.
Smell it, Jasmine. Give it a whiff. Give it a whiff. See if you can smell any bed bugs. Or how could you smell bed bugs, first of all? It's Gino.
Baby, I cleaned the comforter that you said was stinky.
Somehow it got worse.
It grosses me out just like looking at it.
The stains
and then
were
he
bad.
said it.
The stains were bad. Now give it a whiff. Jasmine, now give it a whiff. Put your face in it. See if there's any bug smells. It's like, what do we do? What do we do? And somehow this woman still wants to fuck him? Somehow this was a turn on because the next thing we see is Jasmine like, hold on, baby. I got a surprise for you. I'm going to the bathroom. I got a surprise. And when T tells me she's going to the bathroom and there's going to be a surprise, I don't go to the bathroom for the next 2 hours.
What are you talking about? I'm not Gino.
Fair enough. You flush.
Of course I flush. Who doesn't? It's disgusting. Gino, you're gross.
I was nervous because I'm pretty sure this was exactly how the golden shower started.
Ooh.
Was like, I'm going to the bathroom. I got a surprise. And then the surprise was Gino taking the golden shower.
I can see the golden shower happening in Gino's house because, Coco's doing it. Why not Jasmine?
Instead, Jasmine comes out ready for Halloween. I mean, this is very timely for the recording of this episode because she came out as sexy nurse.
She's like, I'm a nurse, GC.
Wow, look at you with your big ones bulging out. Oh, you're a sexy and hot, baby.
And so Jasmine is like, well, baby, here's something for you. Dr. Gino, go put the outfit on. There is a hat too, Gino. There is a hat.
Of course. Honest reaction, opinion of Gino wearing scrubs.
It looks better than whatever he wears on a daily basis.
Right.
I think he should become a doctor.
Right? It didn't look bad. But here's my big question. So Jasmine wants to role play doctor and nurse.
With an unemployed Gino.
With an unemployed, yeah. But then she tells the story of how the doctor messed up her pupunana.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be triggering? Wouldn't you be triggered by this doctor-nurse role play? Like, you're trying to bang, but it's not working because the doctor messed up your pupunana.
I think she likes it. I think she likes all these improvements and enhancements. And you know what's interesting? Like, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this whole thing, and we'll get there. How much money I would spend on things, and I really think I'm okay with the way I am. I love buying clothes. I love spending money on traveling. Literally take all my money. I don't care. But to spend...
It's our money, Teresa.
But we travel together.
Okay, but you're like, take all my money.
Oh, our money. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. Don't just give it away, Teresa.
Yeah. Traveling, yes. Having fun, sure, going out to dinners, enjoying ourselves, treating the parents to family vacation. But would I want to spend 10, 15 grand on improving something that's like, I can just hit the gym a little harder? I don't know. I don't think I would.
Talk to me after a couple kids pop out.
I'm not talking about boobs.
No, pupunana.
Oh, you want me to pupunana makeover?
No, I don't want you to do anything.
To do?
But you're saying you're feeling great in your body right now. I'm saying talk to me after a couple kids.
Well, I didn't say great. I said I'm okay. I'm in peace with myself.
But you know what I'm saying is
Yeah.
Jasmine's had a couple kids and she wanted to do something and she did it.
That's not why she tightened her pupunana. She did it so Gino can bang her. Because she's like, I want to be a virgin again. Dr.
Yeah.
Gino. Dr. Gino, here's a little... She's like, I'm a nurse, but I'm also a patient. I'm a virgin patient, Dr. Gino.
Oh, I think I missed that part.
Yeah, so that's the role play. And then we see them getting on it, getting in the bed. Dr. Gino's wearing his scrub hat.
This looked like every college dorm room on Halloween weekend. Just a sexy nurse and a doctor going to work.
I honestly, Gino should wear a bandana instead of the stupid hats.
That's a shout. Like, yes, role play for the rest of your life that you're a
Like a badass biker.
Yeah, a badass biker.
Or like wear a helmet, like a biker helmet. Like I hate all the hats.
They just don't work. None of them work.
Yeah. I mean, there is something, you look good in hats,
Eh.
but you can go with or without. You have nice hair, right?
Yeah.
My mom,
Oh boy.
Full
Really?
disclosure.
We're really going to pull the curtain all the way back.
so
Full disclosure, your parents are in the hotel room next to us.
full disclosure.
But they don't speak English.
Yes, full disclosure. John is a hat snob, right? He keeps buying hats, forgetting to return them, puts them on. He's like, nah, it doesn't look too good. So he has a lot of hats that he never worn. My dad, on the other hand, he's the type of a person who wears the same shirt for the past 20 years and he's fine with it. So I'm like, Dad, John can give you one of his hats because it's Florida. So John did. And we got the parents some outfits. And my dad's at the beach wearing his wet shirt that we gave him and John's hat. And my mom comes to me. She's like, your dad looks really hot in that outfit. I'm like, geez, Mom. And she said it's the hat and the wet shirt, I guess.
I didn't think about it until you just said it.
Yeah.
But is it because it's my hat?
Don't say that. That's even worse. Now you made it worse.
Exactly. Well, let's move on. So next morning, breaking news. This isn't possible, but all right. Fake news. Jasmine's not a virgin anymore.
Yes, her pupunana is not tight anymore.
I think, yes. I think she can. Yes, she wants to think that. All right. Well, they worked up an appetite. So they head to the kitchen. And Jasmine starts inspecting Gino's bread. And the bread has honey. And where does honey come from, Teresa?
Bees, but bees don't die when they do honey, do they?
No, but it's cows don't die when they give milk.
Wait, so vegans cannot even drink milk?
No, what are you, nuts?
But like, I thought you just don't do something that hurts the animals.
No,
Cows need to get the milk out.
Any animal byproduct.
Oh,
Yes.
that's tough.
Down to the bees, honey. Yes. So Jasmine, being vegan, will not eat the bread. And she says her plan is to turn Gino vegan. Which
Good luck.
I don't think anyone's ever gone from a strictly hungry man dinner diet to vegan. Mm-hmm. But all right. Yes.
Oh,
Good
I know
luck.
someone. We know them. We have like a couples friends who the guy turned vegan for her.
But was he strictly eating a hungry man and
I don't know.
frozen TV dinners?
I don't know, but he went vegan for the girl.
I mean, to be honest, frozen TV dinners, those are basically eating cardboard. So
True.
it's really not that big of a leap.
I don't think I've ever had any.
I
Those like I see
definitely
at the
have.
store. I don't think I have. Maybe. I don't
definitely
know.
Did you see Gino has liquor bottles out almost like Rasmin?
I did not.
It's so college. Speaking of college dorm
Rasmus
rooms.
Sarper.
Sarper. You're right.
Sarper.
My bad.
Too many 90 days. They're
many.
trying to.
Too many hot
Merch.
90 days.
Why are you saying that?
I'm joking. But yeah, he had the bottles of liquor out. Yes, you made a comment about the Maker's Mark.
Oh yeah.
He had like a Maker's, he had Bacardi, he had Jack Daniels.
I hope he doesn't mix all those.
Just out like he's in college. But it goes with the whole costume
I mean,
vibe.
he is in college. He's a grown man
Very
who doesn't
true.
who doesn't wash his comforter and he doesn't flush his toilet. Like he is basically 18 with a stupid hat.
Very true. So, okay. It's time for Gino to break the news. Big
He's
news.
like, yeah.
Big news.
He's like, baby, so you know how you just got here and I really want to be with you. Oh, I found my Gino's voice. I really want to be with you and I want to make sure you adjust. Well, yes, you do. Yeah, I quit my job. So
He goes-
now we have to live on a budget. Like many people do.
But he goes, I ended up quitting my job just before you came. The way he says I ended up, like it was out of his control. It's like, no, you chose to. You didn't just end up. Oh, I ended up.
Unless he asked, hey, I need 3-4 weeks off. And they were like, dude, you can't do that.
Sure, but you should still have not have. Here's the thing. Jasmine's 100% right. He shouldn't have made this decision without consulting her.
For sure.
This is a huge thing. If you're dating a girl for a few months, you do you. If you're engaged, you're bringing someone over, you're sponsoring them, you're potentially sponsoring their family.
If you're the only one who makes money,
If you're the only one, well,
I think
Jasmine.
she makes money
On OnlyFans.
On OnlyFans, yes.
But yes, because Jasmine's not going to be able to work immediately when she comes to the States. So you should have consulted her.
Absolutely.
You totally should have consulted her. And she even makes the point, one of the main reasons we decided to move to the U.S. is because you had a good job here. It's like, so the reason I'm coming is because you're stable and make a good income, and you just ended up throwing it away.
I'm like curious about this, right? So he's an engineer. You work with other engineers. You work with a lot of guys. You work with some ladies too, of course, right? And then you're on TV telling the world that Jasmine gave you the golden shower. You're fighting all the time. You get very sexual. Like, how do you get from that to your 9-to-5 job where you are an engineer, which is an important job no matter what type of an engineer are you,
Sure.
right? Like, how do you balance that?
It's a good point. You do wonder, did he quit, or was he asked to leave?
I don't know.
It's not a good look for a company if you're sitting
No,
out there
it's
like,
not.
yep, I got a golden shower. I'm shoving butt plugs up my fiance's ass.
Exactly. I don't know how I would look at if I knew someone who's been on TV and been saying things like this or performing, I would be like, man, I don't know how I feel about you now when I see you, grabbing the community milk in the kitchen. I'm like,
Yeah, maybe
Right?
maybe we're yes, I'm with you. I mean, maybe we're being a little too judgmental here. But
Well, we're not. I'm just, listen, it might be nothing. I'm just speculating because if you're 90, right, and you're just, let's say, Cleo. Cleo was great. She didn't show herself in a bad light, right? She was a little emotional, rightfully so, because Christian's a moron. She can go about her life and be fun, right?
yeah.
So I'm not saying being on reality TV is bad. I'm just saying there's some who just go nuts. And like Gino and Jasmine are really pushing it. Like she's a mom and she's just showing her ass, telling everyone she pees on Gino and her punana is tied
But
now.
maybe we're being prudes. Maybe we're
not being
maybe we're being
prudes.
judgmental.
We're not being judgmental. This is how I feel. And I feel like the podcast is a platform where I can express how I feel. I'm not saying it's wrong or right.
No, I know,
not.
but it's also a platform where we can grow and we can learn. And we have multiple times friends have called in and shared their perspective, and we've gone, oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you were showing your ass on TV or like, spinning your penis or do something wild, I don't think I would like that at all.
No.
So it's not me.
No, but should you
It's
lose
not
your
me.
job over it?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I don't think you should. Yeah, I don't know if you should. I don't know.
If you are showing your naked body or like someone's peeing on you, I think that's a borderline pornography. And maybe if you work for a corporation or like a serious client, I can see how that can be a problem.
All right, call in. I'm curious what our friends
Yeah, call
think.
in. Again, this is just how we feel. No judgment.
Call in. All right. So to make up for the bad news, Gino's going to take Jasmine for a spa day.
So he's like, baby, we have to be on a budget because I don't work anymore, but let me treat you to a spa day.
Judging by the way this place looked, I don't think it was very expensive.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
This place looked, speaking of college, this looked like a dorm room parading around as a spa. There was Christmas lights just like thrown against the wall, not even tastefully hung, just in like a weird Stranger Things pattern on the wall. And they check in. The way Gino checks into this place sounded like he was in AA or something. He's like, hi, my name is Gino, and I booked a couple's massage. It's like, okay, anything else you need to tell us, sir? It was very, very strange.
Yes, but Jasmine's loving it. They strip down. They're talking about Gino's banana for a little bit.
Strip down. Strip down. Don't skip over the fact that the masseuse tried to take Gino's hat off him. But, But he was like, no, the hat stays. The hat stays. And he let us know he has a hat for every occasion. There are 2 times where he takes his hat off. Shower and sex with Jasmine.
I'm surprised he doesn't have a shower cap.
He should have a shower cap.
Totally. I honestly, someone needs to tell him that he looks like a moron in the stupid hat.
I think he knows. But at this point, it's his signature look.
But here's the thing. He looks bad without the hat, too, because he had that leftover hat in the back. Dude, shave it all. Put some Vaseline on it.
Own it. Have you seen Izzy from Love is Blind?
Yeah. Or Ghibli right now is rocking a bald hat.
He sure is. He sure is.
Not sure if it goes with him, but hey, he's rocking it. Why not? You do you.
I think it's a Buddhist thing. But okay. So they're getting their massages, and the masseuse gets a little close to Jasmine's butt. And she's like, no, not the ass.
She's like, ow.
Not the ass. It hurts. And Gino, and here's where I'm starting to question if this is legit. Because Gino's like, why does your ass hurt? Is it from sitting on the plane? Didn't she just bang her so hard last night? How did you guys have rough sex? And now she's too sensitive to even get like massaged around her butt?
Well, I think, I'm going to speculate again. I think their sex is just Gino laying down or doing what Jasmine wants him to do.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she's the one.
Low impact?
Yeah, I think she's the one in control.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Like, you're not slapping her ass during sex? What are we doing here, Gino? Come on. But Jasmine's like, all right, well, now that you're all relaxed, it's time to bring up some news. Remember I told you I lost a lot of weight and I got real skinny and my ass got very flat and I wanted to get butt implants and you said no. You said don't spend the money on that. Well, guess what? I spent the money on that.
Yes. And he's like, how could you do that? We talked about it. How could you spend all that money? Where did you get the money from? How much money? 2,000 more?
Higher.
4,000,
Higher.
5,000, 10,000.
$10,000. Okay. Not only is that a lot of money that you didn't have that you spent, but you also lied about the post-op and how you had to like take it easy and weren't running and being active. And when Gino asked why, you said because you had COVID. So everyone's lying here.
Yeah.
Gino was lying about the job situation. He wasn't honest about that. And Jasmine was mad that he wasn't honest. Jasmine's lying too and not being honest about her butt implants and spending money that she didn't have or that was supposed to be for a wedding dress. Like, this is terrible.
It is. And best thing is like, not best thing, but funniest thing was like, Gino's like, you spend $10,000 on butt implants. And Jasmine's like, no, baby, we spent $10,000 on butt implants. I can understand boobs. I can understand the Botox. I could understand hair implants.
It's because you're a boob man. Some people are butt men.
I guess I'm a boob man, yeah. But I don't get it. I really don't get to do squats. I follow all these gym ladies on Instagram and they go from skinny to build up with big muscly butts. I think that's what she was going for, just squat.
Yeah.
Like you can make it yourself. You don't have to spend 10 grand. That's kind of my point. She has nothing else to do. Just
Very
squat.
true.
Right?
Very true.
It's not like she's a busy woman, wakes up at 5 a.m., feed a baby,
It's not like she's taking care of her kids.
Exactly. So I don't like, that's just a waste of money. I know you cannot just grow boobs, so I can understand that, but that's just a waste of money to me. Guys, call in if you feel otherwise, but butt implants, I don't know.
Yeah, not for me. Gino, I love how he was like, you don't need butt implants. We could have used that $10,000 on the wedding and appliances. Like, you know Gino needs that proper equipment. He was like, we could have used this on appliances.
Also, what kind of a wedding are you planning if you can use 10K on a wedding and appliances?
I mean, 10K, you can get a decent wedding probably
Really?
in Michigan.
Really?
I
We should
think
have gotten married in Michigan. I'm kidding.
I think so.
I'm kidding. I love our New York wedding. Okay.
So Gino's like, can we get a minute, please? He asked the masseuse to leave. And Gino's like, where did you get this money? And Jasmine says, well, I had some savings. And also, remember, you gave me some money for the wedding dress. And Gino's like, yeah, this is such a waste of money. Not in the budget. This was not in the budget. And Gino stands up to leave the room, saying it's very selfish. You didn't need to spend that money on unnecessary surgery. And if you think that's bad, Gino, that's not the whole story.
Jasmine tells us that she was missing 2,000. So she only had between her savings and the money on the dress, she only had $8,000.
Well, where should you go get like a loan? Should you go to the bank? Should you, I don't know, get a part-time job?
Should you just not do it?
Or should you not do it? Like, what do you do in that situation where you're $2,000 shy of a butt implant?
What do you do? Oh, wait. You can ask your ex.
Dane?
Dane, Great Dane.
Generous Dane. You know that $2,000 came with some stipulations. No one's just giving their ex $2K.
Guess why her pupunana wasn't that tight anymore?
Hello. Great Dane.
That's what's up. Great Dane. Love the dog, by the way.
Crazy. When Gino finds this out, well, I can't wait.
Also, okay, why would your ex ever give you any money, especially for a butt surgery?
That's what I'm saying. I would have a hard time giving my ex $2,000 if she was like, I'm not going to make rent. I'm going to be on the street. Like, I would have a hard time giving my ex $2K for that. Let alone
I would not allow you. I mean, she hasn't, unless she literally has no one, which I don't believe so.
I know. So, like, let alone a cosmetic procedure that is unnecessary and that your fiance said no to. It's crazy. But that's where we are.
But that's where we are.
A big but. That's
All
where
right.
We are. All right. I think this is a good place to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about all the couples, and we'll start with my new favorite, Nicole and Igor, Nicole and Justin. All right, but we'll take a quick break. We'll tell you about our sponsors for this episode, and we'll be back in a second.
Hey guys, Gino and Jasmine aren't the only ones who deserve a spa day. Your feet do too. And thanks to our new sponsor, Baby Food, you can give them the pampering they deserve. I wanted to do a couple's food treatment, but John didn't want to wait for me. Classic. So he did his last night by himself. And well, I'm wearing the booties right now while we record. I just wear them for an hour, and then in a few days, my feet will start to peel. Just in time for Halloween. Scary.
Don't be mad, Teresa. You've done foot peel treatments before. I was very eager to give this a try.
You're right. I've tried a bunch of foot peel treatments before, and honestly, so far, these are the best I've tried. Baby foot is the original foot peel and the #1 selling foot peel in America.
Also, they're vegan. You hear that, Jasmine? They're also cruelty-free, and their formula even won the Bella Magazine Beauty Award this year. I used the men's peel, and it smelled fantastic.
I'm using the original peel. It's lavender scented, which I love, and contains 60 natural extracts scientifically formulated to remove dead skin cells which build up over time. And here is the best part, guys. It's cheaper than a pedicure.
Speaking of saving money, right now you can save 20% by using promo code M2R at babyfoot.com. That's M, the number 2, R at babyfoot.com to save 20% off your order.
And it gets even better. We've partnered with Babyfoot to do a free giveaway just for you guys. Woo! Just leave us a review on Apple or wherever you listen to the show. Screenshot the review and message it to us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod between now and November 15th. When you message us, let us know if you want a male or a female foot peel.
Yeah, it's that easy. Leave a review, screenshot it, and send it to us on Instagram by November 15th. We'll put all the reviews into a randomizer and pick 3 lucky winners.
Woohoo!
So thank you to Babyfoot for sponsoring this podcast and for allowing us to do this giveaway. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
For whatever reason, John doesn't deal with this, but I do. And I'm sure many of you guys do too. Those nights when you're just lying in bed, trying to fall asleep, knowing you need to be resting, but your brain just won't let you.
No, it happens to me too, Teresa. Not as often, but it definitely does.
Right? It's like your brain's playing a tug of war with itself. And we've tried a lot of things to help. Sleep podcast, thunderstorm sounds, but there's something else that can really be helpful. Therapy.
Absolutely. Therapy isn't just for people who have faced major trauma. It's about empowering you to be the best version of yourself.
100%. If any of you are considering therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's all online and super flexible to fit around your schedule.
I love that, especially for our friends who are busy trying to keep up with all the 90-Day Fiancé spinoffs. Our calendars get filled up pretty quick.
Right? And if you're not vibing with the therapist, you can switch anytime.
That's amazing. So make your brain your friend with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/MTRpod today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MTRPOD. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Teresa. Are you ready to keep this train rolling?
Let's go to Moldova to visit Igor, aka Justin.
Well, we start in Jersey.
We do, yeah. So Nikki is leaving.
This is where we learn about the subwoofer, Teresa. I know I educated you on the subwoofer earlier. This is where we learn that Igor may have a subwoofer in his trunk.
Well, first of all, we see Nikki and she's posh, right? She's posh, like... She is a diva. She's a persona. She has all these outfits and bold makeup. She's posh. She must be posh because she has a friend named Chanel.
I was going to say that.
Isn't it wild? I know 0 Chanels.
Yeah, I know a Chantel.
Well, we don't even know her personally.
Don't even know her personally. So that was what I questioned. Do you become Chanel the way Chanel is because your name is Chanel? Like, do you go, oh, I better live up to my name?
Well, this Chanel didn't look that posh, but just a posh name.
She looked pretty posh. Or does your family name you? Do your parents name you Chanel because they're posh? Then, of course, if you're raised in a posh house, you tend to be posh. Like, I have a lot of questions about the name Chanel being named Chanel.
I know.
And what that does to a person.
So, yeah. I mean, she could be a Jennifer that's just like, oh my gosh, I want to be posh. I'm going to go by Chanel.
Totally. So, okay, Chanel is driving Nicole to the airport. The question is, how is Nicole going to get from the airport to Igor's home?
Well, they, real quick, her and Chanel, they've been friends for 15 years. And apparently, Chanel says that all she hears about is her fighting with Justin. It's not as we would think, oh, okay, second time's the charm, right? They're back together. Justin is more mature. They worked out their issues. Apparently, that's not the case. They fight all the time, and that's all Chanel hears about.
They fight all the time, and apparently, Chanel lets us know, Nicole basically funds Justin's lifestyle.
Oh my gosh. And then, okay, here's interesting, and it's true. We see his photos from 15 years ago, and he looked very different. She paid for his hair, his nose, his teeth, cosmetics.
Probably subwoofers.
Oh, probably. She paid for a car for sure.
Yeah.
And then Chanel says, Nikki is the one who used to have sugar daddies. Now she's the sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
So she kind of switched. And now Justin is living his best life, looking good, while Nikki's paying for all this.
Yeah. So the plot kind of thickens. Now you have to scratch your head and wonder, is Justin in this for love? Or is he in this for lifestyle? Is he in this because he loves the lifestyle that Nikki's providing?
I'm going to say the lifestyle.
Okay.
I think...
Too early to tell for me.
I think there must be something because they reconnected. But I think it's also... She is beneficial for him. It's not just, all right, I'm dating someone overseas. All I have is my love for her and it's enough. Like,
Sure.
He's benefiting off of her.
Sure. So, okay, let's cut to Moldova. Justin is vacuuming. He's polishing his shoes. He probably even remembered to flush his deuce.
Did you see? He used a Dyson. Those are expensive vacuum. We have one. We bought it on Black Friday. It was almost $400.
Yeah.
I don't think people in Moldova are just buying Dysons. I don't think Czechs are just buying Dysons. They're super expensive. I'm telling you, I think Nikki is treating him very well, from his teeth to his vacuum.
Yes, I think you're probably right. I look at this and I go, maybe he does really love Nicole. Maybe it is love and not lifestyle, because he's whipping out a brand new welcome mat. He's like, I want her to take the first step. He's kind of romantic.
Yeah, I mean, if you need, maybe he needs a new procedure. Maybe his tooth is a little chipped.
He's trying to butter her up.
Yeah, he's trying to, because he's like, I want Nicole to take the first step on this new mat.
I think it's very romantic.
Okay, you think that?
To me, it's little gestures like that. Like, I don't need. Okay, he has the largest bouquet I've ever seen in 90 Day Fiancé history, right?
True.
I don't need this huge bouquet. To me, that's been there, done that. You're just trying to one-up it. Okay, well, you got this bouquet, I'll get an even bigger one. But the welcome mat, the sentiment of like, I want her to take the first step. I want her to feel welcome. Like, to me, that says so much. It's hard to fake thought. It's hard to fake intent. It's easy to go, oh, I'm just going to buy a really expensive watch. That'll show her. It's harder to come up with something meaningful.
All right, let's go with that.
And that, to me, that wins me over.
Let's go with that. So he's driving to the airport in his BMW to pick up Nikki, who arrived, right?
I've never seen anyone own an airport terminal. I've never seen anyone use an airport terminal like a runway, no pun intended, the way Nikki did. Like, she was strutting down that terminal.
She did a quick Darcy dash in the bathroom, but not too much. She didn't need to. She just put her heels on.
And a lot of mouthwash, I think.
Yeah.
Because when they kissed, Justin was like, this is my first kiss in 9 months. It's burning my lips. I'm like, I think it's all the Listerine that Nikki used.
But they seemed a little awkward, but they were huggy-feely, kissy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nikki says, well, we have a lot of issues, so let's make sure we want to do this K1, because I don't want him to pack up and leave on day 89 again.
Yeah. So they hit the car, they hit the road. Shout out to Moldova.
And here's what it reminded me of. You remember the mall in my hometown?
Yes.
It's called Bretslav, but it's spelled Bretzlov. Love.
Oh.
I made fun of it last time we went. I'm like, look at Břeclav being sneaky, being what is the word?
Witty?
Witty, yes.
My biggest fear when we started dating was that you wouldn't get my puns. So I love the fact that you do. And I love when I see puns, especially in other countries. Like, I think my favorite moment of the season so far is Moldova. Like, that's amazing.
I loved it too, but it's like Břeclav.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay. So they're kind of like walking around, and I think they're looking at the place of the engagement party.
I thought they were talking about the engagement party, but they just ended up at a cafe, I feel like, for some treats.
Yes, they did. And Justin, I don't know if it's him just being pure and honest, or if he's aware of what he's saying, but he's like, my family and friends will meet my trans fiancé. It's like, dude, it doesn't matter if she's trans or not. She's your fiancé. Just roll with that. Like, you don't need to keep reminding us of that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's doing it because he needs to make peace with it, or maybe he's trying to be like, okay, I need to tell the world this way I will be okay with it. Like, why would you keep, it's not like, I would never be like, oh, my parents will meet my male boyfriend John.
Well,
like,
or
you
even
will meet John.
Or even, oh, my family is going to meet my Czech girlfriend. Yeah. It's like, no.
Well, you say it once, but then not every single time you'll be like, you didn't tell your parents I was Czech?
I did, but it wasn't in every conversation.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you say it once, right? You say, yeah, you guys are going to meet my Czech girlfriend. But then it's just Teresa.
But no, I don't even label you that way.
Ooh,
before any of that, before what you do, where you're from, how old you are, how you look, you're just my girlfriend. You're going to meet my girlfriend. Oh, that's cool. Where did you guys meet? How old is she? Where is she? Like, then the questions come. But you don't volunteer that up. At least I don't. First and foremost, oh, you're going to meet my girlfriend. It's not, you're going to meet my 27-year-old Czech girlfriend. It's like, no.
I was 25, but...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to meet my girlfriend.
Yeah. No, I get that. I always say, oh, my boyfriend, John, before, and people are like, oh, is he Czech too? I'm like, no, he's from Connecticut. Like, you're right.
I think Justin, and I don't even want to use the word issue, but look, it's been a long week on vacation, and my brain's a little tired, but I think maybe Justin has a bit of an issue with the fact that she's trans, and that's why he's always bringing it up, and that's why it's always top of mind for him, and he thinks it's always going to be top of mind for others because he's like, oh, look, everyone's looking at Nikki because she's trans. It's like, no, everyone's looking at you guys because you have a camera crew following you around.
Also, she's a bold woman. Like, she has big blonde hair. She has a lot of makeup. She has bold clothes. Like, yes, she does look like she's on the runway all the time, right? She walks like, that's why people look at you. And yes, you're right. You're followed by a camera crew. They don't look at her and be like, oh, look at Justin or look at Igor with a trans woman.
Right.
No one cares. No one sees
Well, some people
that.
some people might care, but I don't think that's what they're seeing.
No, they don't. Of course not. It's in his head. And I think him bringing it up all the time is him making peace with it as he goes, because I don't think he fully accepted it, which is sad for Nikki. I like calling her Nikki.
Yeah, I don't know what she prefers.
He calls her Nikki.
Nikki's like her alter ego. Like,
yeah,
Nikki
but he
Exotica.
calls her Nikki.
Right. That's the interesting thing is, like, it's Nicole in the streets, Nikki in the sheets.
Ooh.
But she's always, the streets are her sheets. Like, she's always dressed to go. And that's sort of what they're talking about here. And I had a hard time following it because he's like, yeah, I think like we should go out during the day because you go over the top with your makeup and your clothing. But she always does. So wouldn't it look more appropriate at night? Like,
yeah, for sure.
She's going to wear what she's wearing to brunch. And she'll also wear it to the club. So like just go out at night, and I feel like she'll fit in more.
Well, she thinks he's dating someone in the nightlife.
Didn't this seem to come out of left field?
I know, it did.
I mean, I am with her and trying to find some logic to why he only wants to go out with her during the day.
Yeah.
But the whole, well, he probably doesn't want to take me out to the clubs because he's dating someone that works in nightlife. It's like, well, then he'll know where she's working and just take her out to a different bar or whatever. But this seemed like a stretch. I hope it's not going to be the storyline because I feel like it's fabricated, but it just seemed to come out of nowhere.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right.
You ready for one of my favorites, Sophie and Rob?
Sure. So, okay. Sophie's first morning in LA. First morning for the newlyweds.
Yes. Well, newlyweds.
Newly engaged.
Newly engaged.
I sit corrected. Yeah. Rob's flying high. He thinks things are great. Sophie, on the other hand, she's not used to having to walk outside in the middle of the night to use the bathroom.
And it smells.
And it smells. Yeah. Rob defends the situation, which I guess you kind of have to because you're bringing her into it. You can't just be like, yeah, I know this sucks, but sorry, I'm not going to do anything about it. So he's like, you're being bougie.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you lived in New York, Dubai, bougie as stuff. And Sophie's like, how is having a bathroom in your apartment bougie? And it's so true.
Exactly. And here's my question and sort of my issue. Why does Rob have to live in one of the, if not the most expensive states to live in the country? He's like an Instagram model.
Yeah.
He's like you can do that from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can go live in the middle of the country where it's way more affordable and you can have a bathroom inside your apartment and still post on Instagram.
Or if you want the ocean, you want the palm trees, well, come to our Sunshine State.
Very true.
A lot of 90-dayers here.
Very true. So I don't like that. I don't like that Rob is dismissing Sophie's concerns because they're valid concerns. Like
valid concerns.
Yes. Not only do you live in a maybe not so great neighborhood, but now you have to walk through that neighborhood to go to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Like they're valid concerns. And just because Rob is cool with having an outhouse doesn't mean everyone's going to be cool with having an outhouse.
Very true.
So, okay. Then we see them at the beach. They go to Venice Beach. And of course, as soon as they get there, Sophie's like, wouldn't it be nice to live out here? Like, look at that apartment. Look at that apartment. Wow, wouldn't it be beautiful to live here?
Well, he says those apartments go for like $25,000 a month.
Yeah.
Which that sounds like Venice Beach. But again, there are cheaper apartments around LA, outside of LA's, with a bathroom that they can afford and live a little nicer and safer lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like she's not my friend, but she's a friend of a friend, and I saw her Instagram. She's an actress for like commercials, so she's trying to be, right?
Sure.
And so I don't think she makes a big cash, but I see her living with a roommate in like a nice looking place outside of LA with a bathroom inside because she posts a lot, right?
How bougie.
So bougie, right? They can definitely do that. Or Rob, how about you find a job?
Yeah. I mean, I do somewhat agree with Rob when he's like, well, Sophie, once you start working, then we can look at moving. But still, you knew she was going to be uprooting her life, moving to the States. You don't have to stay within LA.
Yeah.
If you had a job and you needed to be there, that's one thing completely. You don't.
Exactly.
So you can move for a little bit of a more comfortable living situation.
Yes, and Rob apparently asked in the past if her family can lend them money, which it rubs me the wrong way. I could understand if they're married and maybe struggling and the family, they have enough money to help them, right? But just to ask like that,
I wouldn't do that. But the finances, the living situation, that's not their only issue because right then at the beach, Rob's phone starts buzzing.
Yes, and it's a message on Instagram, and Sophie's not happy about it because she's very jealous, and there were some issues in the past where he was online cheating, I guess. He was talking to a woman, which he's trying to justify, saying it wasn't bad. Like, he just talked to her. Like, it wasn't like sexy videos or sexy photos.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other in a few months, so I started talking to this other person.
Yeah. But Sophie is trying to figure out if she can trust him because she's very jealous. And here we go again. It's not good. If you can't trust your partner before you even get married, then that's not good. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, and let's not brush over what this notification was, because he's like, oh, this is just some random page I follow. Some random page I follow posted some random photo of this random girl dressed as Dora the Explorer in booty shorts.
Oh, Rob.
You could unfollow that, probably.
Yeah.
You probably don't need to be
Also,
That seems borderline illegal.
Dora the Explorer? No.
Yeah. And Rob's like, didn't you find me on a page that posted nothing but good-looking guys? A little bit of a humble brag there. But,
too humble.
But yeah. Rob hasn't been the most loyal, so she's got concerns, but Sophie forgave him. So they're both having some issues because let's not forget, Sophie was on a website for dating. She says it was to meet friends. Now Rob's being accused of online cheating.
Here's why Sophie might be so jealous and not trusting is because at 23, she was cheating on 8 times before, which is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's sad. I'm not taking away from her. So I can understand why she's having trust issues. But how about your next guy or this guy should be someone you fully trust? So you can get past the, he cheated on me 8 times. If you don't trust him, don't be with him.
Yeah, I feel like they're just both in the wrong. So not that 2 wrongs make a right, but you guys both were in the wrong. You guys both know how it feels to be wronged that way. So you both have to just accept it and move on or break up. Stop hanging it over the other person's head. It's almost good that you guys both kind of messed up a little bit because you guys can both own it, apologize, and move on.
Yeah, for sure. And here's the thing. Sophie used a dating app to meet friends, right? Okay, but you can also meet other people on it, right?
Yeah.
You can tell your spouse or your significant other you're meeting friends, but you can meet other people. And it's like, that's her excuse. So she did something that if he did that, I don't think she would be with him.
Well, here's my hot take, and it's a little malicious, and it could be completely wrong. But she was on, I'm going to say it was Bumble or whatever. It was
Bumble.
Because Bumble has for business, for friends.
Yeah.
She told us in episode 1 that she's bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be very convenient for her to go onto a site looking for friends. And when someone says, what are you doing on Bumble? She just shows, look, it's girls. I'm just looking for friends. Yes, but now we know that you want to experience women sexually. So maybe it's not so innocent.
I totally agree.
So there's something going on here. I think they either have to both forgive and forget, or they just have to forget about each other and move on.
Yes. Let's go to our last couple who should also forget each other, I think.
Speaking of moving on.
Yeah, so it's Ashley and Manuel. It's the morning. They banged it out. And Ashley's like, we express our love through sex. It's like, okay.
Most people do.
Most people do, but it's like, I almost feel like when they have issues, they bang it out.
Oh, yeah, we banged it out. We always bang it out. His freak number is off the charts.
Yes, and Manuel was like, we had whiskey, so I was active. Okay, Manuel.
Usually has the opposite effect on men, but all right. So we got a big activity for today. We're going to take Manuel to the local grocery store.
And I love how he was dropped in here from literally
Ecuador.
a different world, which he has. Because he's like, why are the carrots so small? Why are they wrapped? Like, what is happening to the world?
I was a little let down with this entire segment because usually this is like such a ripe scenario for great fodder of like, this is like where 5 for 5 came from. Like, we've seen a lot of great scenes at the grocery store. This was just like, the milk's fake, the meat's fake, but I guess I got to get used to it.
Yeah, I wanted to see more. I wanted to hear his opinion on more things.
Yeah. But nothing really came of it. They leave the store, and Ashley brings up, hey, you still haven't told your mom where you are, what you're doing. Don't you think you should?
And not just he didn't tell his mom, he didn't tell his 2 children. They apparently are older.
What?
Which, how old is he? He's like 35-ish, isn't he?
Let me take a look. He is 35.
So his kids are probably...
Say they could be 18.
They could be 18, yes.
They could easily be 18. But this is crazy now. I mean, you're now in the running for worst parent.
Literally.
And you're
he's not in the running. He's well between him and Jasmine.
gonna say-
At least Jasmine told the kids.
You're on the same season as Jasmine, and you are inching towards the first place podium.
At least she told the kids right before she left, but she told them.
She still told them.
Manuel apparently he doesn't have any clothes with him already because he didn't go home because he would have to tell people.
Manuel literally ghosted his own children.
And his family, his parents, his mom.
So, okay, here's my second hot take. I feel like just looking at the scenario here, Manuel may be trying to come to the States real quick, make some money, and run home. Like, before anyone even notices, like, let me just get some under the table work real quick, cash grab, and go home before anyone notices I was missing.
Interesting. I don't think she would allow him. I think they have 90 days to spend together. I don't think he would have time to make any money, really.
Okay, give it 180 days. I'm just saying.
120 as he wanted?
Or one, exactly. Like, maybe his plan is just to get in and get out with as much money as I can, because he did make comments of like, coming here, I can provide for my family more than I can at home. Like, so he's got intentions.
Yes. So before we learn more, let's go and meet mom, Ashley's mom, at a Mexican restaurant, right?
Yes, Mother Stacy.
Mother Stacy. And so because he didn't bring any clothes, Ashley bought him clothes. She's like, I have an amazing taste. Everyone always tells him how good he looks. So he bought him some clothes. So they're meeting Stacy, and I think it's sister and her boyfriend, husband,
Yeah,
right?
Sienna and Sienna's husband.
Yes. And mom is being very warm and huggy and welcoming. And I think her and Ashley, from what she said, are very close because she had her at 16.
Yeah.
So mom is very young. They're very good friends. They have a very friendly relationship. And mom is also worried for Ashley, right? She wants to make sure this guy is good for her.
Yeah, Mom sounds like RFK Jr. I don't know if she needs a cup of tea and that non-vegan honey or something, but she's giving me RFK Jr. vibes.
I think she needs a hot toddy and a good night rest.
Yeah. So they whip out Google Translate. And Manuel is like, is this thing working? Are you sure you got the settings right? Because what he's hearing is, I need to have babies and grandbabies for mom stat, like ASAP.
Yeah.
This lady wants a baby too bad, is what Manuel says.
Yes. And Manuel's like, whoa, all right. So next he's telling them about, well, yeah, I haven't told anyone I was leaving. Right? And it's a red flag. And Stacy's like, I don't get it. Like,
Yeah, why didn't you tell anyone?
yeah. And he's like, well, if my kids did this to me, I would be furious.
She says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows. I literally don't understand why he would. He's a grown ass man. He can do literally whatever he wants. Even if mom said, oh my gosh, I don't want you to go, he can still go. It's okay.
Well, he's kind of changed his tune a couple times, which again leads me to believe he's lying because he doesn't have one consistent story. The first time he said, well, I didn't tell anyone, was because I didn't want them to worry. They'd be scared. I'd never left my town before. They'd be too nervous. Now he's saying, oh, I was worried maybe they'd talk me out of it. He goes, I really wanted to come. I really wanted to get to America. And I felt like if I told people, maybe maybe they would talk me out of it. So it's like, you're saying two different things, which makes me believe you're lying.
He is lying. And he for some reason, I look at him, I'm like, there is something you're chasing here, and it's not Ashley. Like, you're on a mission and you're lying to everyone. He has that face. I don't know why. He just strikes me that way. Plus, he says things, as you said, that are inconsistent.
Yeah. So Mother Stacy's not happy with these answers.
Who would be?
She's like, tonight's round one. I'm going to be asking a lot more questions as time goes on.
Yes. Well,
okay.
She's not the only one who's asking questions because they're walking Rico Suave. It's a new day.
Rico who?
Rico Suave?
Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Rico Suave.
You got it.
Right? Rico Suave. What does it mean?
It's just such a romantic man. Oh, Rico Suave.
Ooh, okay. They're walking Rico Suave, and apparently Rico Suave and Manuel are becoming buddies because now Rico Suave sleeps on the floor
He made
on
like
a pillow.
He made like a nest under the bed.
Yeah, so they're good.
Yeah. And the producer's like, well, do you miss Rico being in bed, Ashley? And she's like, no, because Rico Suave can be quite the cock block.
TMI, Ashley.
TMI. So, all right, then we cut to lunchtime at the house. Manuel cooked for them. It's a recipe he learned from Mom.
He finally does something.
Yeah. So Ashley's like, speaking of Mom's recipe, I know you miss her. I know you miss your home. I think we should give Mom a call. And Manuel's like, I need to find the right words before I talk. I can't just call. Who knows what? I got to find the right word. He keeps delaying.
Yeah. What are better words than, hey, Mom, I left. I'm an asshole. I left without saying goodbye. Now I'm in America.
Hey, Mom, I know you probably went to my room and been looking for me and wondering where I've been. I'm out of the country at the moment.
Well, go back a little bit. Did you hear he said, well, I usually, when I go away for work, I'm out for 3 to 4 months at a time.
Yeah.
So you may be right. Maybe he tried to play it out. Just
Totally.
He left as per usual.
Totally.
And didn't tell anyone.
So he's trying to delay, and Ashley's finally just like, we're going to call her. And Manuel's like, okay. So they go outside, and they FaceTime Mother Bianca.
And she's shocked. Poor Mom.
Maybe Mother Blanca. I think it's Mother Blanca.
She's shocked. No matter what her name is, she's shocked.
I just imagine your phone rings. You think it's just going to be your son on the construction site.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the screen lights up, and he's sitting there with Ashley, who lives in America.
Yes.
She literally goes, it's a miracle seeing you, Ashley. Where are you?
Well, I'm home, Mom. Where is your son?
Yeah. Manuel's like, I'm here in New York. It was crazy. I couldn't say goodbye. And Mom's like, why couldn't you say goodbye? And then Ashley's like, you guys need to figure this out yourselves. I'm leaving. And like, you can tell Mom is so heartbroken that her son left without saying goodbye. She's like, the only thing I ask is that you don't forget about your family. I love you, and I miss you so much.
And she hangs up.
And then the call just ends.
I think she was just upset.
Well, she goes, one day we'll see each other again. Click. Huh? Either the internet went out, or she just hung up.
I think she hung up.
I think it seemed like the way she was like, one day we'll see each other again.
He doesn't live that far.
Still.
Well, he tells us then, he's like, well, it's because I'm the head of the household, I'm the provider, so they all rely on me, but I should also live my own life. Which makes me think, all right, he is here for himself and for Ashley. Who knows? I can't read this, man.
He's all over the place.
All over.
Which is a sign that you're lying. Stick to your story, and we'll believe it. But when you're all over the place, it's raising some red flags.
Well, that's the thing. If you're lying too much.
He can't even keep his lies straight.
Exactly.
He forgets what he said the first time, and now he's spinning another story. So we'll have to see. Time will tell.
And we will.
Time will tell. That's it for this episode. We got new couples next week.
Woo-hoo! Bring it on.
Which I'm excited about. This season's off to a good start. I think it can only get better. So
for sure.
I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Thank you for listening. If you guys want more content, we're on the Patreon, patreon.com/marriedtoreality. We're on Supercast, marriedtoreality.supercast.com. We're talking about the other way over there, so check it out. We're also on Instagram at marriedtorealitypod.
Yes.
Also, make sure you follow the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the beautiful and awesome review from our friend...
Sharon,
thank you.
Thank you, Sharon F., for that beautiful review. If you guys haven't left a review, please do. And remember, if you leave a review, screenshot it, send it to us on Instagram. You'll be entered to win that baby foot. Shout out to Babyfoot.
Shout out to Babyfoot. I'm wearing the booties right now.
You should probably take them off.
I should take them off.
It's been over an hour. Okay, so thank you guys for listening. I think I've said it all of you.
I've said it all.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.